I hope you are ready for a little bit of a beauty chat. I have got a bag of products that were very kindly sent through during the week. I've had to pop in and get a bouquet. If you are into organization, that will set light to your soul. Good morning everyone. Today is Saturday and I'm off to go and see my friend Irina, which you've probably all met her. She's been on my videos before and she's got a beautiful blog on Instagram, and I'm going to see her since the first time she's had, well, the first time since lockdown, and she has got married. So I've just driven all the way to my favorite florist, which is in the opposite direction of where I'm going, to find that they've closed down. Oh, my heart is broken because you will have heard me say this before, but I feel like you need to support your local florist, because these big companies like Woolworths have just caused such a pandemonium for these poor florists, and the florists do such incredible like bespoke work, and it really goes a long way, especially to me. I always find like a bespoke bouquet is so special, or an arrangement or anything of the sorts. If you support your local florist, you get extremely wonderful work. So my florist is in that direction and there's a Woolworths right here. So as I'm preaching this to you and I'm broken hearted about my florist having closed, I've had to pop in and get a bouquet from Woolworths. Don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with Woolworths flowers at all. I mean, they're always beautiful. I just feel like, you know, they've caused florists to lose out. So anyway, let's just take that price tag off and let me head back in the other direction and go and meet my beautiful friend who is now a Mrs. I'm so excited for her and I can't wait to see her, so let me get going. Right, I'm back home, and this morning I flew out of here so quickly that I didn't actually have an opportunity to show you today's outfit, so I thought I would show you. I am wearing this dress that I shot last year sometime. It was probably around this time of year. I think it was actually October, so almost a year ago that I bought this dress, and I love it, especially for this season. It's just amazing with these little frill sleeves. I just love it. And then I have got my Zara slide-ons. Along with that, I am wearing my June London bag. My wardrobe is predominantly nude, so a little bit of blue goes a long way some of the time. I have just met with Irina and oh my word, the tears were flowing as per usual. Didn't get any footage with her because we just talk so much and forget about the world going by, and she showed me her wedding pictures and that was me finished. I was just teary. I still feel emotional, like you can see my eyes are still red from it. It's just so beautiful, and my heart breaks for all the 2020 brides that didn't get to have their big day, and the ones that have forged ahead. Like, hats off to you. You know, I'm such a believer in love, so it was just so special to hear her story. So it was lovely to get back together with her after not having seen her for months, because I haven't seen anyone for months. And yeah, I'm just feeling you know, kind of that feeling where you just feel like your heart's a bit swollen. It's so full, like it's just deliciously ripe. That's where I'm at right now, just full of emotion, so grateful, and so happy that in a time of chaos people can still celebrate incredible things. So it was wonderful. And Irina, if you're watching this, I wish we got some footage. What's wrong with us? I don't know. We need to get it together because it's not working for me. Right, so I hope you are ready for a little bit of a beauty chat and catch up. What might be obvious, what might not be obvious, is that my hair is a little bit darker. That is because I attacked it this morning with a box dye. Don't tell my hairdresser because she won't forgive me. And so I used the L'Oreal Excellence Cream because I've done a bit of research online and it seemed like this one is one of the most highly rated DIYs on the market. So that's why I went with it. I had a few grey hairs poking out, as one does. So I wanted to just nip it in the bud, and so that's what I use. So if you're curious, the shade is number 6. It is a natural light brown. I think my natural hair shade probably is this color. Like the roots probably are what they naturally are. I've just had little pieces of like highlights and things for so many years that it's a little bit of a change for me, and I'm not used to the lengths of my hair being as dark as they are, because balayage and you know, little bits of blonde have crept in for so many years. Anyway, so I kind of like it. Let me know what you think. Do you prefer me a little bit blonder, or do you prefer me with this hair color? Because this is what it is for now. Anyway, that being said, I am very pale, so maybe that's why it looks a little bit more stark than it usually would. Also, I did do it today, so it might calm down after a few washes. But on the note of no fake tan and being as pale as I am at the moment, you know, it's a old love affair of mine, the Caribbean tan. So yesterday while I was at Dischem buying box dye, I bought fake tan because this is the one that I love to bits. This is B, so this is the medium shade, and as you can see in my natural state, I'm about the same shade as milk. So sometimes I go for A, especially if it's straight out of winter. I'll go for A, but I'm quite happy going with B as well. You know, it depends how much you layer on. So I went with that. And then, does anybody follow Lydia Elise Millen? Because she's a very big British YouTuber, blogger, Instagrammer, and she had pointed out, I mean, firstly, she's a bronze goddess year round, and she had pointed out that she's always fake tanning. She's on like quite a strict fake tan routine, and she's just launched a new like fake tanning applicator brand, and she used one of these things, but now obviously the borders are closed and you can't really get what you order from overseas very easily, if at all. So I discovered this in Dischem, and you know, trust Dischem to have absolutely anything you can even dream of. So I bought it. I think the labeling said that it was like a back exfoliator, because it's kind of got this, like, I don't know, it's like a string that's woven in over here. To me personally, I don't think this is going to exfoliate you much, but maybe just a gentle exfoliation. Anyway, so what I bought it for is the fact that Lydia's applicator tool for your fake tan on your back works somewhat like this, where you just apply on this band thing and then you just rub up and down and up and down, and you don't need anyone else to help you do your back. So I thought, well, that's a pretty genius idea. So the moment I saw this, I was like, I see a second purpose for this potential back exfoliator. And you never know, maybe the exfoliator works and it can help me scrub off any excess fake tan that I want to come off before I reapply. But generally I just let it fade out gently, and then I'll do just a light exfoliation. So maybe this will be great for that. I don't know, we'll give it a go. I am planning on fake tanning later, so I'll be able to report back whether this back applicator thing works. But when I saw it and it was only 40 Rand, I thought, I'm going to add you to my cart, because that seems like a genius idea for getting that perfect finish. But like I said, 40 bucks. Anyway, so as promised, I have got a bag of products that were very kindly sent through during the week. I haven't tried any kind of makeup in a very long time. I'm one of those that just stick with what I know. I've tried so many products in the past, and I've come to find great gems, to the point that I actually just don't play around with the markets anymore. So it has been a while, so maybe I'm a little bit out of touch with what's going on. And I've got a few great things in here, and I haven't really sussed out everything. So let's go through. I have got some foundations, and I have pulled out one that is my shade at the moment. So I've got 3 Revlon Foundations. These are new. These are called the Photoready Candid Foundations, and it describes them as a natural finish anti-pollution foundation. And I've got 3 shades here. I've got 260, I've got 300, and then I've got 360. So I don't know if that's literally one shade after the next, not too sure, but I went for the lightest one, and that one worked quite well. You know that I'm absolutely obsessed with the L'Oreal Paris Infallible Matte Foundation, the 24-hour foundation. I've got that here somewhere too. That one, I even wore this on my wedding day. That's how much I love it. If you're gonna go big any day, you're gonna go big on your wedding day, and I went with this bad boy. So if I went with the drugstore foundation on my wedding day, you better bloody well know it's good. So this one is fantastic, and I have used this one once, so I'm going to continue wearing this to see how it works under my other makeup, and then I'll be able to report back to you. But I have to say, on my first use of it, I'm really happy with it, so that is very good news. Then I've got some primers here, and I've got some Clarins primers that's sat in my drawer, and I don't know, I feel like you need to be a primer kind of girl. I've got these Clarins ones that I really do love, but I just don't know if they're necessary. Does anybody feel like a primer is an absolute essential to them? Because I would love to know if you do. So half the time I just wait for my moisturizer and my SPF to settle in, and then I just go straight in with foundation. But I do also use this Clarins primer on occasion. This is the SOS primer. It's the same as the other one. This one's just for signs of fatigue, and the purple one is for brightening sallow skin. So that is what I do use. Oh, I've also got another one that I also sometimes use. It is the Decay Urban Defense Complexion primer. I do also use that on occasion, and I do like it, but again, I don't know if it's actually necessary. So it's just one of those extra steps that I don't know. So you tell me how you feel about them, because I would love to know. So anyway, back to Revlon. I've got the Photoready Prime Plus for perfecting and smoothing is the pink one, and this is infused with vitamin B5 and hyaluronic acid. Then I have the yellow one, which is for brightening and skin tone evening, and this is infused with lemon extract and vitamin E and C, so that sounds like a great one. It does say on it that it's makeup and skincare primer, so I think I'll just have to read a little bit more about this. But yeah, as far as I'm aware, you always do a moisturizer, SPF, and then a primer. And then the green one is mattifying and pore reducing, and this has got artichoke extract, salicylic acid, and AHA. So I mean, the description of ingredients is like big skincare hypes. So the pink one being hyaluronic acid, the yellow one being vitamin E and C, which are big, and then the blue one being salicylic acid and AHA. So I mean, that's a huge skincare benefits locked into a primer. So that's quite interesting, because normally that would be like specifically a skincare thing rather than a makeup thing. But I suppose a primer is kind of that in between. It's like now we are leaving skincare and entering into makeup, and it is that barrier. So that's quite interesting. I'll be interested to play on those. Let me know what you think. Would you try those? Is it something that you believe in? I don't know, I'm very curious to hear what you have to say, so please do let me know. Next, I have got this Revlon Instafix Skin Highlighting Stick, and I actually don't have any highlighter on it today. Shock horror, so let's give this a whirl. Because if you didn't know, I love a cream highlighter. The one that I normally go for is the Maybelline Strobe Stick, which I rediscovered, and I rediscovered it in a vlog, so I can't remember which one it was. But if you do remember, let me know that you do remember me finding this one again, because it sat in my drawer for so long and I never used it, and then I put it on and I loved it. Also, another one of those items that I wore on my wedding day so much that I love it so much. So I've put on the highlighter and I quite like it. So I like a little subtle, just a little bit of lights on your face, and I have to say I really like this, so I'm gonna add a little bit more. So yeah, as I mentioned, the Maybelline one I wore on my wedding day. And then what I like to do is I do this like I do the cream eyeshadows. I layer it and then I go in with a powdered highlight on top. So then it just adds to longevity, and it just gives you that nice glow, that healthy glow. That's all I want. I don't want a stark glow. I just want a healthy, like beautiful, radiant looking skin. And I think that works beautifully. I can see that picking up on the camera there, so that's quite nice. It's doing what it needs to do. But those are what I've got to play with from Revlon. So thank you so much to Revlon for sending these through. I have been watching the home edits on Netflix, and if you are into organization, that will set light to your soul. And it's just put me in a tailspin the whole day. So for the better part of this afternoon, and it is now 8:30, I have been organizing like crazy, and I've been purging a whole bunch of stuff, and I tend to do this fairly often, which is a good habit, I think, but it just blows my mind that in the past couple months I haven't even been shopping. And I did my first purge at the beginning of lockdown, when we like really had nothing to do because we couldn't leave the house, we couldn't like exercise outdoors either, and I haven't really shopped much at all since then. And I have just done another purge now and cleared out a ton more of stuff. So it's just amazing. You like, I feel like you need to stay on top of the stuff. You like keep needing to do this. It's never done. Is a time to take my makeup off, because it probably should have come off quite some time ago, but anyway, we'll do that right now. And part of my organization has been in the bathroom, and I have cleared out my face flannels. So let me show you what's going on with those. So underneath my bathroom sink, I have now organized all my face flannels into this box with my headbands as well for when I wash my face, which I think is quite nice. Everything fits quite snug. So I've got, how many? I've got 6 flannels in here, which, I mean, we do a load of washing every other day basically. So you know, there's a flannel for every single day of the week, and I'm very happy with how nicely they fit in here. And one of the things that I think is so important that people don't understand is that face wipes, A, they are horrible for the environment, and B, they aren't as effective as using a proper flannel. So I would really recommend stocking up on a bunch so that you have one for every day, and keep them nice and clean, and you can use them on your face at the end of every day. And by using a flannel and some good face wash or a bar of soap or whatnot, I use Dove. I've even got a branded Dove cloth there. And I do a double cleanse with my cloths, and that way you're getting off your makeup, and you're also getting off your SPF, which is designed to stick onto your skin. So really what I do is I'll take one of these out, and then I will hold it in a diamond shape, and then have a one side of the diamond on either side, you know, in either palm like that, and then I will wash my face, and it'll give you one of the cleanest face washes you can imagine. So yeah, so it's I highly recommend. And I just kind of love this new storage system that I've got going on here. So I'm keeping this under the sink, so it's all organized, and I'm very happy. Well, it is now bedtime. I am so happy to be in bed. I can't even tell you. It has been such a productive day, and I had no intention of it being as productive as it was. So that is definitely a check in my book. So I'm very happy. The one thing I haven't got around to yet is reading my book. And as you guys know from my last video, I had started reading The Gentleman of Moscow, and I have to say this has been on my reading list for so long. I've heard such great things about this book, and it's just been a little bit crazy lately, so I haven't yet read as much as I wanted to. So I'm only about 100 pages in, but I'm enjoying it so far. I'm on book 2 within it's kind of like a separate chapter or different parts of the book. So I'm quite keen to get going with that. I generally find like that I need to get past the 100-page mark, and then I'm just glued to the book. So I've just been taking it slow and I haven't been reading as much as I usually would. Anyway, I'm gonna hopefully get a few chapters in now this evening. I have a cup of tea on my bedside table for me to enjoy, and then I am going to have a really good night's sleep. Oh, by the way, I did put my fake tan on using that new applicator of mine, so I will be able to show you what it looks like tomorrow morning. But it seemed to work quite nicely in applying an even layer, which is its primary purpose. So I'm quite optimistic that the outcome will be good. So very happy. Anyway, I'm gonna say good night and I'll see you in the morning. Good morning everyone. Today is Sunday, bright and early, and I've actually been awake since 4 o'clock this morning. Couldn't sleep, so started working early, but it's time for me to get active. But I thought before I go, I'm gonna start with a walk, and then I'll probably do about an hour of yoga or something. I thought I would update you on the tanning routine. So as you can see, I've got my usual bee tan on from Caribbean Tan, which I love to bits. And then I thought I would just update you with my little applicator trick. Difficult to show you, but my back looks pretty even. The only thing that I would say is right in the like spinal region of my back, I've missed a spot. So it works great. It's very even throughout my back, but you kind of need to like hunch rather than like ballet posture when you're rubbing the applicator to and fro, because otherwise I guess your shoulder blades block out that region. So anyway, it's a lesson learned. I think it's a fantastic trick, and nobody's gonna see that side of my back anyway, so it was a good time to try it out for the first time. So now I've tried it, now I've learned the lesson. Now if you go ahead and you tan with that applicator, just know you need to like hunch a little bit, make a little bit of a hunch to spread it along that little spinal column region. But I'm so happy with it. So like a 40 Rand purchase, and I'm sure if you're not from South Africa, you can buy them anywhere. Also, let me know what you think of the dark hair next to the tan. I feel like it looks a little less severe. I'm still not certain, guys. I think I'm used to the gold streaming through my hair. You let me know, guys. I always love your opinion. Anyway, so I'm gonna head out now, but I think after that I'm gonna end this vlog because I started editing it this morning and apparently it's already so long. So I just want to say thank you so much for watching and for always being so kind. I mean, it's phenomenal to come across people that are just like so lovely, and this is just my tiny little space on the internet that really is not going to change anybody's life, but it's just nice to be able to chat to you guys, and I love that you chat to me and you send me messages, and that's exactly what I'd always wished for. So it's so lovely. Thank you so much. If you've got to this stage, what kind of emoji are you going to leave today? Maybe let's leave a peach emoji if you got to this stage today. So thank you so much. I hope you've had a lovely weekend and you're busy having a wonderful week, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.